Earlier today, Rigathi Gashagua attended the church service in Kayole. After the church service, Rigathi addressed Kayole residents.
Sisi tuko hapo, tumeungana na Kalonzo Musyoka, tumeungana na Eugene Wamalwa, George Natembea, Martha Karua na mimi Rigathi, si ndio? Na tumesema tutatoa kiongozi mmoja wa kupeleka Kasongo nyumbani, si ndio? Wakiamua ni Kalonzo Musyoka mtampigia kura, wakiamua ni Natembea mtampigia kura, wakiamua ni Martha Karua mtampigia ni kura, na wakiamua ni Rigathi, kwanza wakisema ni mimi, nitakibiza hii mtu kama baisikeli ya kuimbiwa, nitamtorosha kabisa, si ndio? Harambee! Harambee! Mimi nimesema tuko na chama yetu ya DCP, mnaijua? Mnajua DCP? Nikisema DCP unasema sikiza ground. DCP! DCP! Mimi naomba mnichagulie mjumbe wa hapa kwa chama cha DCP. Mtakubali? Tunataka MCA wa hapa wa chama cha DCP. Mumekubali? Mumekubali? Mimi naomba vijana. Jezi mpo? Nyinyi bajenzi ndio dawa ya Kasongo, si ndio? Na huyu Kasongo hawezi enda nyumbani bila kitambulisho na kuchukua kura. Jenzi, mumekata kura? Mumekata kura jenzi? Mimi nataka mkate kura jenzi. Na mimi nataka niseme mambo ya kuchukuliwa kwa jeshi, nikiunda serikali itafanywa katika kila sub county hapa jijini Nairobi. Mambo ya kuchukuliwa polisi itafanywa kwa kila sub county, na hatutaki watu wetu waambiwe watu warudi pahali walizaliwa. Nyinyi ni wakaaji wa Nairobi, mtachukuliwa jeshi, mtachukuliwa polisi mkiwa hapa jijini Nairobi. Tumekubaliana? Tumekubaliana?
From that clip, Rigathi starts by acknowledging leaders in the united opposition. He mentions Kalonzo, Eugene, Natembea, Martha Karua, na yeye Rigathi. He's deliberately not mentioning Matiangi's name. That in itself proves Matiangi might not be part and parcel, or he might not be interested in the united opposition being crafted by Rigathi Gashagua. And Rigathi is a person who is not a team player. By deliberately excluding Matiangi, already Rigathi is sowing seeds of discord. He is sending a very bad picture to their supporters. It could have been very prudent of him just to mention Matiangi, even if just for PR, to bring their supporters together. And that also goes on to prove that it's very difficult working with Rigathi Gashagua. Look at all leaders who are close to Rigathi. A whooping majority have abandoned him. Kalonzo, I know, still sticks by Rigathi's side, hoping Rigathi will support him. Natembea also thinks he'll get a big position in that government. For months, Natembea has not been very keen on this united opposition's politics. Natembea has been skipping most of their meetings. We only started seeing Natembea recently when his name came up as a possible running mate to Kalonzo Musyoka, being supported by Rigathi Gashagua. And then Rigathi also talks about nikiunda serikali. So Rigathi still has got some ambitions to form government. And here Rigathi means if he is elected the president. That's why he's asking Kayole residents that na mimi Rigathi wakisema ni mimi nitapeleka Kasongo mbio kama baiskeli ya kuibiwa. So Rigathi still has some hopes of being supported for the presidency by these opposition leaders. And nobody knows, eventually we might just find these leaders supporting Rigathi Gashagua. I'm not ruling out anything here. What I'm ruling out is that it's still too early. Any political deal for 2027 cannot be crafted now and that deal survives. Deals are always crafted months or weeks to the D-Day, to the election itself. So as it is, any deal being crafted by the opposition for 2027, that's a fake deal. A deal that will collapse even before that 2027. I've also heard Rigathi talking about Gen Zs, kusikiza ground. Does Rigathi understand what Gen Z wants? For those who have been following Kenya's politics very well, Gen Zs themselves called on Matiangi to come be their presidential candidate. That was in 2024 during Gen Z protests. They called on Matiangi to come be their presidential candidate. That's how Matiangi started his presidential ambitions. Gen Zs themselves called on him. When Rigathi says DCP ni kusikiza ground, which ground is he listening to? The Gen Z's ground spoke clearly. They wanted Matiangi. And then we have Rigathi here deliberately excluding Matiangi. So all these are just political rhetorics. Rigathi is not sincere. He's not serious about Gen Zs. He doesn't care about what Gen Zs are saying. He's just playing politics. I'm seeing a Rigathi Gashagua who will single-handedly destroy the opposition. He will destroy the opposition. And to Kalonzo supporters who are still hoping that Rigathi will support Kalonzo, don't put all your hopes there. Rigathi sometimes can't be trusted, just like all these our politicians. I'm not seeing Rigathi supporting Kalonzo Musyoka. And if he decides to support Kalonzo Musyoka, he'll make Kalonzo Musyoka fail. In that, Rigathi will scare away other Kenyan communities. So it will be Lower Eastern plus a section of Mount Kenya West who will stand with that kind of a ticket. Listen to this before we conclude.
Hata waungane mpaka na hata mtu kama Eugene huku kwetu hata msiye peke yake hawezi pata. Ni watu wa kujitakia, ni watu wa yani wako useless.
No, Evelyn. Bona unakashifu Gashagwa hivyo jamani. Kwani
unaweza hata wewe tu kweli wewe tu nini na sentensi zako unaweza peka chakwa kura.
Wewe huwezi mpigia.
Mimi ni wasaka.
That's Radio Jambo, and from that voice you can just guess the lady is from Western, most probably a Luya lady. The mention of Rigathi or the presence of Rigathi Gashagua in the opposition is killing the opposition. If Rigathi is now taking the center stage role in the opposition, It's just a matter of time. The so-called united opposition will be just a section of Mount Kenya West and a section of the Kamba Nation. Most Kenyan communities will not embrace any alliance having Rigathi Gashagua. That's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. And I know as time goes by, what I'm saying here will be making sense. For now, some might not understand it. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.